Yes, people. Welcome back to GNA TV. We are your hosts, Gem and Lambs, and welcome.
Don't know how I'm here, and it's you that I want to need. Feel your heartbeat, feel somewhere you're looking good. Feel your heartbeat, feel somewhere you're looking good.
Yes, people. Welcome back to GNA TV, and welcome back to that afternoon Prem show. We're going to review the games over the weekend. Match 26 or 38. Some big games this week as well. Man like Agal is in town as well, who's joined us for today's show. How you doing, Agal? You good?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Have the emotions come down, Agal?
Nah, I'm still gonna have to talk about it all day. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave it until about Saturday. So I'm like, after Saturday, I won't mention it again. So I'll leave it until then.
Because boy, the roller coaster emotions you were going through.
You caught me in there. There was yesterday I made a soundtrack. At one point there was Hopeful on the Terrace. There was Dead and Gone against Man City. There was another situation. They just Lambs, you said it best. Whenever I get nervous, I just start singing.
I love it. It was I found it so funny. I was like, oh my god, the guy was actually nervous. He was just singing to himself. It was so funny. That's how I knew.
I didn't see it.
That's how I knew you were nervous.
I did like 1 million timestamps, so you can check it out on my channel, EGTV.
Yeah, it's worth checking out.
See it. But yo, Gem,
fair enough.
We're gonna cover the Arsenal game anyways, right? So
yeah, we are indeed. Let's get it up. Let's share the screen. Let's have a look at the games. Let's get stuck into it. People, you know what you need to do. We're going to review the games. We want you to give us your views on the game, what you think the results will be. We'll also review the table as well. Like I said, it's match day 26 of 38. It's bums in cheek time, so we're getting to the near end of the season, and we start off with a massive game actually. 12:30 tomorrow. Manchester City, who are on an 18-match unbeaten run, against West Ham, who, to be fair, are having an unbelievable season as well. Igal, can anyone stop Man City?
You know what? David Moyes' team has so much confidence that I feel like they could do something more than what we did, because we had that game and we had chances. Man City actually, if you go back and look at it, as bad as we played and as bad as the game was and how boring it was a 1-0 game. Both teams were still in it to win it at times, and we could have easily drawn that game. So if West Ham are in this resurgence, I could see them pushing up further up the table if they do get a result against Man City. But can it happen? I would say, it's going to be a narrow victory for Man City. It's not going to be as big of a win as you guys think it is.
Yeah, I hear you. What do you think the score will be? 1-0, 2-0? What we going for?
2-1.
2-1. You heard it. Igal says 2-1 Man City. Lambs, what are you saying?
Oh, they're just unstoppable at the moment. I do think West Ham will definitely give them a game. It's not going to be so easy for Manchester City. However, at the moment, they're just too much. I just don't see anybody being able to stop them, really and truly. They're just immortal at the moment. I think they are going to win. It's not going to be like by a landslide. It's going to be really I'd actually go 1-0 City. I think it's going to be really close.
Fair enough. Man, like Indiana's in the house. Indiana, I mean, Man City look like they're running away with it. I'm assuming you want them to lose, bro. Let's try and at least spread your 21 love on them. What do you think the score's going to be? Do you think West Ham are giving problems?
I think they cause them problems, but City will win this game 2-1.
What about the Man United agent Jesse Lingard? He's not gonna.
Yeah, that's where that one goal's coming from.
Jesse Lingard. That's
Antonio, Jesse Lingard assist. That's what I'm going with, but City will win the game, man.
Yeah, man. Respect on Antonio, man. Jem, what
Fair
about
enough.
you, man?
I'm going to go with we're going to have a Man City 3-1. I think Man City will beat West Ham. I think West Ham are playing very well, but I just think Man City are an absolute beast at the moment, and it's just going to be so hard to just stop them as well.
Don't forget they're playing 2 games in 6 days. They're playing 2 games in 6 days. So they have, or like they're playing like 3 games in 7 days. So you got to realize they're going to be rotating between those games. They have a double game week in fantasy. So just saying.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. Yes, Lamb's in the gal. Velvishwan's in the house as well. He thinks although West Ham are in form, to be honest, they were lucky not to concede against Spurs, is what he's saying. Bob's is in the house as well. He's saying we're smashing Chelsea. We will get to that game very, very soon, my bro. Please smash the like button, people, as well. Appreciate your support as always. Let's try and get to 30 likes as quickly as possible. We move on to West Brom and Brighton. Battle of the bottom. Well, say battle of the bottom. Let's have a look where they are. West Brom are on 14 points, 25 games. You've got Brighton, who are on 25 games on 26 points. West Brom are at home. The gal, who do you think is going to nick this one?
This is one of those games, man. This is one of those games. I don't know if West Brom have it in them to do it, and I'm always gonna root against Sam Allardyce. So West Brom's gonna lose. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a convincing win for the other team by far. I don't care who West Brom play; they're just gonna lose. The remainder, even though Fulham's playing better than them, Newcastle, who's not even playing that good, is gonna stay up no matter what. It's gonna be between Fulham and Newcastle who stay up. So West Brom are out, in my opinion, and I don't care if they lose by 5-0, 4-0, 3-0. Realistically, it's gonna be more of a 2-0 loss for West Brom.
Fair enough. Lambs, what are you saying?
Yeah, I don't see any way that Brighton don't win this, to be honest. I've always been impressed by Brighton, the way they play. Great football, always creating chances. I think the issue that they have is that they're just not clinical enough. They just don't really take their chances. But I love the way they play, and I think if they were a bit more clinical, I know their form has picked up recently as well, which has helped. I think they'll be safe. I think West Brom are getting relegated. I could see this being a draw though, just because Brighton don't take their chances. But I'm gonna agree with Agal on this one. I'm gonna go 2-0 Brighton. I just think they have too much for them. West Brom are getting relegated.
They're going down,
Fair
down, down, down,
Down,
down.
down, 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 down. That's a tune, actually. I like that song. Indiana, what are you saying?
I agree they're getting relegated, but they're winning 1-0.
West Brom.
I think they just park the bus. Brighton will struggle to score, and it'd be from a corner, from a set piece, probably an own goal. I think they'll just nick it 1-0. They shouldn't, but they
Nick
will.
it 1-0. Yeah.
You
I
get
think Brighton will beat him,
yeah.
bruv. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to go over Brighton win. I think Brighton will win 2-1. I think West Brom are done at it, even with Sam Allardyce, who's supposedly meant to be the saviour, which he is, to be fair. He saves a lot of teams from relegation a lot of the time. I just don't see... The guy looks a bit
Not
like Jay
today.
Shaw.
I saw that. That's funny.
Yeah, I like that.
That is a good one. That is a good one. We're going to move on swiftly in a big game, actually, a very interesting game between Leeds and Aston Villa tomorrow night, 5:30 kickoff. They've got the frauding Bielsa, who only knows how to play one way, and they're playing against an Aston Villa team who are a bit mixed form at the moment. Aston Villa in 8th, 23 games, still got 2 games in hand, 36 points. Leeds, 25 games, 35 points, could actually overtake Aston Villa for a short amount of time. Arsenal are hoping Aston Villa probably lose as well, to be fair. Igal, what are you saying?
Villa's gonna get smashed by Leeds. You want to know why?
Really?
Without Jack Grealish, you look at the two teams. Leeds actually have more ballers. Rafinha, after Jack Grealish, Rafinha is the second best player between the two teams. Rafinha reminds me of Di Maria. That's how good of a player he is. This is a Real Madrid type level player at Leeds. Okay. After Jack Grealish, the second best player on that pitch will be Rafinha, and then you look at Dallas, you look at Bamford, you look at the players that have been performing for Leeds, the system that they have, the manager that they have. Everything says to me that this is going to be a high-scoring game. It's going to be maybe a 3-1 or 3-2 type of game. And the only reason why I say Leeds have the momentum is because of the situation with Jack Grealish being out And I just don't see Aston Villa picking up their performances without Grealish. Grealish is such a game changer. He's like Bruno in the sense that he raises everybody's levels. He has all the goals, the creativity, the assists. That's why they're going to lose this game. It's going to be a 3-1 win for Leeds.
3-1 win for Leeds. Okay, I'd actually disagree with a guy on that one. But Lambs, what are you saying?
Yeah, my first question was going to be, is Jack Grealish available? If not, then I have to agree with Vigal. That is a big problem. He is undoubtedly such an important player for them. Villa basically are building their team around Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish is the centerpiece. And without him, he's right. I do feel like he has the same effect as Bruno does for Manchester United. You take him out the squad and suddenly they look like a mid-table team, an average team. Not like a team that's been, playing like they're competing for the European places, because that is how they were. That is the kind of form that Aston Villa were on. But yeah, Jack is a huge loss for them. And I do think that because of that, I think Leeds are going to win 2-1.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm looking at the table at the moment. From Aston Villa, where they are in 8th, you've got Tottenham, Leeds, Arsenal, and maybe Wolves, that could all fight for a Europa League place by far. I mean, who do we think out of them teams is going to make it?
I would definitely put Everton there. Do you know why? Because Carlo Ancelotti's record as manager is absolutely phenomenal. Any single team that he's managed, he's never finished below a 6th place a league finish position. So I think he's going to get Everton, if not into the top 4, definitely into the Europa League places.
I'm putting Arsenal in there because at the end of the day, I'm putting Arsenal in there because I'm an Arsenal fan and I have that hope. Yeah. I'm just going to do that.
Of course you would. What about you, Indiana?
Well, I think Liverpool will be in Europa for one. And I think it's tough, in it, because I think a lot of this hinges on Leicester with Maddison being out, because I don't think people realise what a key player he is for them. I've been saying that if Maddison was fit last season, Man United don't make top 4. I'm sorry. He is pivotal to how they play. He's just incredible talent. I think he's very underrated. So with him being out, and I think he's out for another 2 weeks, we could see Leicester drop a little bit. You've also got
actually Indiana. Maybe it's us that don't make top 4, because if you finished on,
I think Chelsea make top 4.
Finished on the same point. No, last season. If you remember,
I was not having it.
Consistently in that 3rd place position, and we finished in the same points as United, but United were ahead of us on goal difference. That's why they finished 3rd.
Yeah, because we beat Leicester.
Yeah, so if Leicester didn't bottle it, we would have finished out the top 4. Chelsea, I think, not United.
Lambs, you're not only going to finish in the top 4, you're going to overtake Leicester and Manchester United.
I could see that happening.
Big call down.
I've called that.
I called that.
I still think United finished 4th.
Yeah,
I think United still make it.
Yeah.
Look at the 3 teams: Leicester,
see.
Manchester United, and Chelsea. Leicester have reached their top gear. They're going to only drop off. Manchester United have reached their highest gear. At this point, they can only drop off. Chelsea are the only team that can get into the 2nd gear now.
So then who makes that 4th place? Right now we're saying City.
Liverpool's out. So Europa League football. Yeah.
So who makes that 4th place? West
Leicester.
Ham? United?
No,
actually,
I think Leicester.
You know what though?
It'd be Man City, Chelsea, Leicester, United. Because remember, Leicester are out of European football now as well. Maddison's only out for a couple of weeks. That gives them a bit of an advantage. I mean, you better hope.
Do you know what
top 4? Otherwise, you're getting no top signing this summer.
Do you know what it is, Indiana? Right? It is so unexpected from, not say Man City, from Man United all the way down to probably where Arsenal are in terms of who can finish in the Europe positions, Champions League, Europa Leagues. Like, it could literally go any way, and there's still so many games to be played as well. But we'll have to see what happens. It's going to be a big end of the season. Indiana, what do you think of this game? Who do you think is going to take it?
No, Grealish got Leeds all over it, and it just has. Villa will want to play out. They're not going to sit back and play a low block. I can't see that happening. And yeah, I think Bamford have a field day. I'm going to say 2-0 leads.
2-0 leads. All right, cool. I didn't know Grealish wasn't playing, to be fair, so that's probably why you guys are saying what you're saying. But for me, I still think there's going to be a draw. I think there'll be goals. I think it'll be 2-2. I'm going to go over 2-2. I don't see Aston Villa losing this. I don't know why. I've got a feeling they're going to dig in deep. And even though Leeds will score goals, I think they will score as well. So I'm going to go over 2-2 draw on this one. We move on to Newcastle Wolves. Newcastle are in absolute dire form at the moment. They're sitting on 25 points, 25 games. Wolves are sitting in 12th, 1 point behind Arsenal, 25 games, 33 points. Slowly their form's getting better. 1-3, lost 1, drawn 1. Igal, you think Wolves will beat Newcastle at home?
Oh man, you know what? I feel bad for Newcastle fans like Kendall that we know. Newcastle are in such a bad run, and they have no striker at this point with Callum Wilson gone. They have no confidence. Joe Willock's giving away penalties. Like, I don't know what to say to Newcastle fans. I honestly, when it comes down to Wolves are not going through the best time themselves. They expected themselves to be higher up the table than this right now. And they've been going through a tough season, but Wolves have too much quality. With Pedro Neto and Pedence, they're going to probably win this game convincingly 3-1.
3-1, wow. The gals threw him in the mud. What are you saying, Lambs?
I feel really bad for Newcastle fans, people like Kendall, people like Sav, bless them. It's just... It's really sad to kind of see them in this position, because for a while it did look like they had a gap over Fulham, but now that gap is closing. And I do think Fulham actually might make it. If Newcastle's form doesn't pick up, this is a must win game for them. But I'm looking at Wolves' recent form, and after getting off to such a terrible start, they have started to pick up form. And I do think Wolves will edge it over Newcastle. I see this being a hammering, to be honest. I'm gonna go 2-0 as well.
If you look at where Newcastle are on the table, they're 2 points, 3 points, 2 points, 3 points. Sorry, 3 points behind Fulham, who are in 18th. I actually said it. I said I actually think Newcastle are going to get relegated this season. I actually think Fulham will stay up. I think Fulham are a better team than them. They're better. They're well equipped than them. They've got better players as well, in my eyes. I think it's really peak for Newcastle. I'm not going to lie. Indiana, what are you saying, man, about this game?
I agree. I feel bad for Sav and Kendall, the Newcastle fans, but I feel good for me because I've got a championship show coming up on my channel, so maybe I can get some people on that. I agree, Jem. I think Fulham are a better side. Maybe they'll just edge it, but it's going to be close. It's going to be really close for Newcastle. And Wolves, even without Jimenez, maybe Newcastle will get a goal. I don't know, but they're at least conceding 2. Let's put it that way. I think a 2-0 is right.
2-0. I'm going to go with a Wolves 2-0 as well. I just don't see how Newcastle win. Without Callum Wilson, they are dead. Let's be serious. They don't actually have anyone that can score goals in their team, and that's always not good when your team can't contribute to goals. So I think it's going to be a 2-0 Wolves quite comfortably.
Fit or what?
Oh, it doesn't even matter, does it? To be honest, he's useless. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely useless. But Fulham have got Palace. Palace, the Ability FC. Fulham sitting in obviously 18th, 22 points, 3 points off Newcastle, and then you've got Palace, who are 32 points, 1 point behind Wolves, 2 points behind Arsenal. Igal, which way's it going?
Yo, could you repeat that again? You said Crystal Palace, and what was the other team again?
Crystal Palace, Fulham.
Oh man,
what we
Fulham
saying?
are playing.
What do you think is going to happen?
Fulham are playing amazing football under Scott Parker right now. I'm surprised that they're even in a chance of getting out of the relegation zones. The way they started, you would have thought they were guaranteed down. And Palace, without Zaha on the pitch, they're finding ways to score goals, but it's not convincing the way they've been performing lately. I'm gonna say, surprisingly, I'm gonna go with Fulham. 2-1.
Fulham. Yeah, I hear that. I actually agree with Gal, to be honest. I think it's going to be a. I don't even know if Zaha's back, and I think Zaha makes him tick a little bit more. But Lambs, what you saying?
Yeah, I agree. Fulham's recent form, they've picked up. They really do want to survive. And you know what? I'm glad, because I remember how stressed out Scott Parker was in the beginning, just wringing his hands on the touchline, just worried and stuff. And I do feel bad for Fulham, because I do feel like they play good football, but they didn't create too many chances in the beginning. And even when they did, they didn't really take their chances as well. Like, I've seen Cavaliero miss so many like sitters, and I'm just thinking, mate, you're not going to get chances like this again. So when you get them, you need to take them. You need to be more clinical. However, I think their recent form and the dip in Newcastle's form above them has given them hope that they can get out of this. And I think that they will.
Yeah.
I think that they will. So with Crystal Palace, it's really weird, because you're not really too sure what Crystal Palace is going to turn up. Sometimes they'll turn up and be completely dead. Other times they'll just turn into prime Barcelona. I don't even know. But I think Fulham's hunger will just about edge it. So it's going to be narrow. I'm going to go 1-0 Fulham.
Fair enough. Indiana?
I actually think there's goals in this game. I think both teams will go into this believing they can get something out of the game. I don't know whether Zaha's fit, that does change it. But I see it being a 2-2, a draw. I think they can both get goals, and they both concede goals. There'll be loads of chances. Both these sides miss sitters, both of them.
Yeah.
But I do.
Yeah.
That also, they're not great defensively. So 2-2.
I think Fulham are going to win. I think Fulham are going to win 2-1. I think Fulham have got a better. Well, I think Fulham are in better form. I think Palace have got good players. It's just whether or not they're going to turn up on the day. Strikers in Benteke and Batshuayi are just not. They're not good enough. They're not. They're not consistent enough. And I just think Fulham overall play better football. Scott Parker's doing very well there. Every time I see Fulham in third from bottom, I always scratch my head, because I'm like, why? Because when I watch them, they're actually not a bad team. It don't make sense. And I think there's worse teams in there.
You know what it is? It's really because they just didn't spend. When they came up, they were kind of just expected to stay up with the squad that they have. And I think the couple of loan signings towards the end of the window maybe helped them, give them a bit of hope. But literally, they are backed. If he stays up, they need to back him. They need to literally invest into the squad so he's not in the same position again. Because if he manages to survive with this level of squad, he's done a fantastic job. Fantastic.
Yeah. 2 more likes to 30 people. Please smash the like button. Please share on your socials. And if you're new here, please subscribe as well. We move on quite nicely onto Leicester. It's a shame Igal had to leave, but Leicester Arsenal, massive game. Leicester are flying high at the moment, same points as Man United, 25 games. Arsenal, 11th, 34 points. If they win, it could push them up to maybe 8th, 9th, depending on what happens in them games. Indiana, is this going to be a walk in the park for Leicester? Do you think it's going to be like a slapping, or do you think Arsenal will give them a game?
Arsenal will definitely give them a game. This is a tough one to call, This is a really tough one to call. Maddison being out. And not just Maddison, I think Justin's out, and someone else is out for them. I think Arsenal win, I think Arsenal win.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's. I can see a 2-0 game. I can just see it. It's not supposed to happen. That's why I can see it. Do you know what I mean? It's typical Arsenal.
Just threw me off.
It's not supposed to happen, but
United are getting touch. Kai says United are going to get in touch like a kid in MJ's house. Blimmin' hell, Kai.
That's why your channel will be cancelled. Can't carry on saying stuff like that, Kai, man.
Bye.
Kai, man, I swear, he's a madman. Leicester will win 2-0 is what Real Chris says. 3-0 says Chris Welsh. And by the way, we don't condone that. That is that's Kai's views and Kai's points. If you want to see more of stuff like that, please go over to KH No Filter Football, where you can literally say what you like over there. Yeah, we do not condone anything like that, just in case people think we do. Lambs, what are you saying?
Yeah, I have to agree with Indiana. This is going to be a really, really tough game because here you have Leicester coming off of a defeat, a European exit. Here you have Arsenal, coming off that remarkable comeback that happened last night. Probably buzzing from that result, giving them hope that their Champions League dreams are still alive. So I don't know. Again, missing key players like Maddison, especially Maddison, I would say more than James Justin. But Maddison is basically what the media want Mason Mount to be, but he's just not quite there yet. But Maddison is there. Very, very crucial player. Getting goals from midfield. I feel like they are going to struggle without him. And I feel like coming off this loss, Arsenal coming off this win, I think Arsenal do it, I don't think it's by a landslide. I'm going to go 1-0 Arsenal.
Wow, a lot of confidence. I can see why you would feel that. I still think having Jamie Vardy's a big thing for them as well. I think losing Jamie Vardy gives them a lot of problems. The fact that he's about. I know they haven't got Maddison. I think Maddison is a big player for them, including Justin as well. But I feel like they can work around it. Maybe not as much Maddison, maybe. But they've still got some very talented players on the bench. They've got a Turkish winger who's very, very talented. I haven't seen enough of him, but when I have seen him play for Leicester, he looks like the real deal as well. So I think it's going to be a draw. I don't think Arsenal will going to win. I don't think Leicester will going to win. I think Leicester will drop points. I think it's going to be like a 1-1 potentially. Yeah, I'm going to say a 1-1. 1-1 between Leicester and Arsenal. And this is where I think Leicester will drop points. So we'll see how that moves on. And we move on to Tottenham Burnley. I mean, boring mid-table clash between two dead, boring teams that are just going to sit and just, pretty much not attack each other in low block. Yeah. Tottenham are in 9th, 36 points, 24 games, still got a game in hand. Burnley are 25 games, 28 points, not in great form. Indiana, Tottenham are going to win this at home.
I want them to win so Jose keeps his job, but I can't see it happening. And actually, I don't know whether it matters because they won 4-0 the other day. So, yeah, Burnley win this game. Burnley win. I cannot see players like Dorothy and Dyer. When it comes to set pieces in the box, I just can't. I can't see them dealing with it. They're so good, Burnley, in the air. They're so strong. And Spurs are actually quite weak. Apart from Harry Kane sticking his ass in people's faces, like they don't really show enough fight. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just think Burnley are going to be too tough for them. I'm going to say, I think Lamella will probably get a goal, but I think it's going to be a 2-1 game, Burnley.
2-1 game, Burnley. Indiana, you heard it here on GNA TV. 2-1 is what Indiana is saying. Lambs, what are you saying?
I can actually, I do think Indiana has a point. I really do. Again, Burnley, we know what they're about. They just sit back and defend, and they do it pretty well. I don't know, because Tottenham, they're coming off, their European qualification. They managed to score 8 goals on aggregate. I do understand the level of the opposition. It's Wolfsberger, so again, I'm not going to put too much clout into that. But I have to say, Bale has picked up form. I really do. I think he should have scored against West Ham. He was unlucky not to. I thought he played terrifically in the Europa League. I think he has been shining for them in their Europa League games as well. I don't think his injuries and him constantly being out really helped in the beginning, but I feel like now he's settled. We're seeing like the actual Gareth Bale, like we know what he's capable of, like scoring goals like that, taking shots at goal like that. Like that is prime typical Gareth Bale. And I really think Mourinho should probably think about playing him more often, give him more minutes, because he has proved that he does deserve game time. Like, he has been making a difference to the Spurs squad, and maybe it'll give them some confidence. I think it's going to be difficult because we know how Burnley set up. We also know how Mourinho sets up as well. But Tottenham getting them on the counter attack with the likes of Kane, Son, I just think that'll be too much for Burnley. I'm going to go for a 2-0 Tottenham win.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Ads is going live straight after this. He's doing a player rating showing for the game yesterday. Also got the ladies show tonight, which you'll be tuned in around 8 o'clock with Lambs hosting it and some special guests joining her there. So please smash the like button for this one. Please subscribe if you're new here. I'm going to go with a draw. I think it's going to be a draw. I can see Burnley actually doing this, like a sneaky 1-0, like a Barnes header from a corner or something, or just something like that. But I've just got a feeling it's going to be a draw, and it's going to be boring. I think it's going to be like either a 0-0 or a 1-1. That's what I'm going with. Velvetron agrees as well. Velvetron says,
"Oh no,
going for a draw in that
draw, which is about to start right now."
Oh, right, fair enough. No, I haven't actually been. I mean, we'll keep an eye out on it here. Actually, if it comes up, I'll bring them up for everyone as well. We move on to the big one.
Yeah.
Cool, Lambs. Let us know what games are being, dropped for the English teams if you can. Manchester United versus Chelsea, or Chelsea versus Man United. Chelsea are on 43 points, 25 games, same as Man United, 25 games on 49 points. Indiana, how confident are you going into this game against the Chelsea team who haven't lost in their last 8 games under Tuchel?
I'm confident it's a draw or a 1-0 win to Chelsea. That's where my confidence is. I think without Pogba is a massive miss. You need Pogba in these games, especially against Chelsea. We're gonna struggle. Cavani's probably not fully fit. You're on a roll, man. Like you've been quality. And when you look at games like last night, I know there was a lot of changes, a lot of kids, but we just don't have that clinical edge. Manchester United need a striker more than anybody. More than anybody in the league, they need.
Nor do we, bro.
Now, listen.
We don't have a clinical edge at the moment.
Giroud's one of the best strikers in the league. I've been saying this all year to you all. Like, forget Werner.
No, I agree. Giroud's
one of the best strikers in the league, and I can't see Maguire taking Giroud out. I can't see it. I think it's either going to be a really boring game like last time, or more than likely Chelsea nick the game. I think that's what's going to happen.
Fuck's sake, Kai. Kai with these comments, man. He's cracking me up. Lambs, how confident are you going into this game?
I think we definitely can win. Whether we will depends on, again, how clinical we are in taking our chances. I think the squad will be buzzing after that win against Atletico Madrid midweek. I think that would definitely have helped our confidence. Yes, United did rest players against Real Sociedad, but they were already through, so 4-0, so I don't think they really cared too much. I do agree with Indiana. Pogba's a huge miss. And you can tell when the midfield is without Pogba and Bruno, like in there together, whether it's just one or the other, it doesn't work because it's almost kind of like one of them is like they're both Bruno and Pogba are pretty much in the same level of like quality players. And then when you look around and you see the likes of Fred and McTominay, Matic around you, you're just thinking, oh crap. And I get it. It's a lot of hard work and they get a lot of sticks sometimes when they don't turn up, but I don't really blame them because they do like, and it's pretty much what they deserve to have, like quality players around them, and they don't. So again, you take them both out or there's only one of them, you can tell like the difference in Manchester United is real. I don't think Tuchel's going to set up the same way Lampard did. Lampard set up that game was just so cagey. That's why it was just so boring to watch. I think Tuchel can really go at them, especially like you said, their defense is not great. I know ours isn't either, but they're doing better. Like, I don't think we haven't really conceded many goals as well. I think bar the own goal and the other goal, I think just against Southampton, was it?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Home
but
goal and Southampton.
exactly. Apart from that, we haven't conceded any goals under Tuchel. So he has improved us defensively. We just need to be more clinical in taking our chances. And if that's the case, I'm gonna go for a 2-1 win to Chelsea.
Okay, confidence, slight confidence. Anyway, there I can see. I think it's going to be out of the 8 games that we've had under Tuchel. I expect this Manchester United team, who has been touted to be 21, title challenging, sitting in second for a reason because they're above us. They've been playing very well this season to give us our hardest challenge under Tuchel by far. And the reason why I say that is because I think Man United will pose us a lot of different issues than what most teams haven't done so far, which is coming out, getting in our faces, and actually playing counter football against us. And once they win the ball back, they'll retain the ball quicker, and they'll move the ball quicker, up to their front three in the Rashfords and the Greenwoods and whoever else is going to be playing. Bruno, we're going to have to try and work on keeping quiet because I think it's important to do so if you can. But I expect this Man United team to give us problems. Do I think we can beat him? Yes. But do I think Man United can beat us also? Of course they can. Of course Man United can beat us. They're a good team. They're second for a reason. But I think we're in good form. And I'm going to be confident in what I've seen so far. And I'm going to back our team. I always back my team. I'm going to say we're going to win. I think Man United will probably score, if you want my honest opinion. I think they will get a chance and they'll take it. I'm going to go over either a 2-1. I'm going to go over either a 2-1 or a 3-1 Chelsea. That's what I'm going to go for. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was the other way around. If Man United beat us 2-1.
I think it actually rests on players like Reece James. We play down the left most of the time. I don't think he can handle Rashford, if I'm honest. But at the same time, and Luke Shaw with the overlaps as well. Like Reece James, it's not his game. Reece James going forward though, I think he can cause a real problem for United. I see the guy being a midfielder eventually. I really rate the kid, but in terms of a right back against Rashford and Shaw, I think that's where, if you're going to have any problems, it will be there. In the midfield, there's no competition for me. There is no competition. That's where Chelsea will try to control the game. Kovacic, he's going to be a real problem for United. We're probably also it depends if you play Alonso.
Probably will.
So like Alonso going forward, can Greenwood do a job there? I mean, I'm saying all this, and for all we know, Rashford's playing on the right, and Martial's playing on the left, which I don't really want to see. But
I agree with you, Indiana. Like, we should not sleep on Newcastle's performance as a left back. He has been pretty outstanding in that position this season. I won't deny.
Yeah, I think it's going to be close. I think, look, one thing Chelsea will do is they will have most of the possession. It's the way we play. It's the system we play. It's a style of football that Tuchel's implemented on us. And I think Man United will set up to become hard. You'll see Fred and McTominay in there. I think you'll see Bruno. I think Rashford may lead the line if Cavani's not fit. I think you'll see... is Pogba back?
Nope.
Is he not back or is he back? All right, no, Pogba.
Not back, but Cavani will be fit enough to be on the bench. McTominay should be fit. So we've kind of got our first 11 apart from Pogba. But the drop off from Pogba,
I think it's going to
be just a massive gem. But saying that, if you're going to play football, it kind of suits us. It does kind of suit us. We'll just wait.
It does. But then this is where. This is where I've got one of the biggest questions against us or imposed against us is who's that? Dan. Sorry, man. Didn't see Dan here. Dan, what are you saying, bro? You all right?
Man, I'm good. Doing well. How you doing? How's everyone doing?
All good, man.
Not bad, bro. Not bad. We're just coming good time. We're talking about Chelsea, Man United at the moment. And if look, I think we can impose ourselves on Man United. Will we have more of the possession? Yes. But then it's down to us, Indiana, to be able to move the ball quickly because Man United will set up to be hard to break down, and that's
disagree,
something
Jeff.
Ollie will do. So
I disagree.
I think we'll
Do you
just
know
have
where
to
I think the game will be won and lost? Will be that
go on.
Man United will nick the ball at times. That's going to happen. You're not going to keep the ball for the whole game. It will be
Yeah.
players like Fred and McTominay in the middle making the right decisions with the ball. So win the ball, give it to someone in a better position than you. That will be our downfall. We won't control the midfield. That's never going to.
The thing is, Indiana, one of the things that we like doing at the moment, and it's been a big, massive thing that's worked in our team. We win the ball. We win the ball back quicker, but in the right areas. And the reason why we do that is because number one, it allows the defense not to have to defend as much, because I don't think our defense is too great, and it also stops shots against our goalie as well. To be fair, I look at Mendy and Kepa when they've been in goal under Tuchel. They don't really have to do much, and when they have had to do something, it's only been like on the odd 1 or 2, 3 times. You know what I mean? So I think we're set up to win the ball back quicker. Man United are going to have to move the ball when they've got it, because we will shut you down quickly. I think that's something you've got to expect from us. And
that's our issue. That's our big problem, Jeff. That's what I'm saying. It's our decision making on the ball. It's a huge player problem, and that's why I think Chelsea probably win the game. We come off the back of a game where it was kind of like a training game for us, but we did nothing really with the ball.
Yeah,
come into this being really complacent. That's my worry.
Dan, what are you saying, bro, about this one? Are you confident that Chelsea can get a result, or do you think Man United will pose us a lot more issues than we're talking about?
Look, it's like I said with the Atletico game. I'm quite confident with this game, quietly confident, and that's just basically the fact that I think that we have so many. We're winning games without even having to go into second gear. And the thing is, as Chelsea fans, we're still waiting for that Tuchel has arrived performance. I think even the Atletico game, you could make the argument that even though we beat them, it wasn't like vintage Chelsea by any stretch of the means. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think that it's another game where Tuchel goes into it thinking, cool, this is another opportunity to stamp my mark on this team, to let the fans know that I'm here and I'm here to win games. You know what I'm saying? I do disagree slightly with Indiana. I do think Ollie looks at how Chelsea have played recently, and he tries to set up to counter-attack like he did, or like he does in big games. I think United are one of the best counter-attacking teams in the league when they set up like that, because they've got dangerous players. So it's just about now, and this is where the 3 at the back comes into the equation. We're trying to be more defensively resolute, defensively solid. We won't be going with 4 like previous managers would have gone with. I don't know if you remember, Ollie always used to go with a 3 against Lampard and Sarri.
Yeah.
To try and combat what we were doing there, and we still kind of played a similar football. I will continue to say that Tuchel's getting the best out of Lampard's team, and like he's trying to create a team in which can withstand everything that's thrown at them, and I think we can.
So far, so good. But Dan, we will lose games, and that's something as Chelsea fans we've got to respect, because it's going to happen. The fact that we've got an 8-game unbeaten run so far is very, it's very good. We are playing very well in such a short space of time. But this is the kind of game where, we can win it, but we could also lose it. I really do think that Man United could give us a problem. But we'd have to see what happens really. Leader of cover. Who is this?
The leader of the Covasexuals, man.
Oh my days.
Apparently that's me, man. How are you guys doing? You guys good?
You're a cover file, not a cover sexual.
Yeah. Indiana, you give me like hate for the MJ comment, and now you're calling me a cover file, man.
All right. What does file mean? What does file mean?
If Arsenal draws Spurs, I'm actually going to.
That would be a good game.
But we're already improving on last season, because by this stage last season we lost like 8 games, man. So it's already like we're already doing better, So if we can finish the season losing less than 12 games, I'll be happy, man. I mean, it should be the bare minimum, but.
Kai, what is your thoughts on the game anyway? Do you think Man United will pose us problems, or more problems than any of the other games that we played? Or
there are 2 games that I look forward to in the beginning of the season, man. It's Chelsea versus United and Chelsea versus the low budget Puma wearing fucking red and white
Our
idiots.
first English draw. It is
Is it?
Arsenal versus
Spurs.
Olympiacos, I think. Yeah.
I thought it's an English draw like against each other. Yeah.
For another rematch.
Oh my god, Arsenal already like going out.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine if they knock them out again, that would be absolutely hilarious. Oh my goodness. Wait, where did Jem go?
Probably got disconnected.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No. I think he's dropped backstage for like a second. But Kai, what are your thoughts on this game?
I'm excited. I love United versus Chelsea, man. Just because when we do beat them, United fans are like, see, I don't think United fans are as bad as Liverpool fans because you actually won the Premier League in my lifetime. But
Yeah.
at the same time, they're still arrogant, a bunch of C words, man. So if we can beat them, it would be nice. Plus, the game is gonna be really, really nice, like two big teams playing each other.
Whoa. Hang on a minute. A Chelsea
Yes,
fan
Indiana.
cannot be saying that Man United fans are arrogant. Come on.
Am I not entitled to my opinion, man? Am I not entitled to my opinion, Indiana? It's my opinion, isn't it?
Come on, you can't say that, Kai. Come on.
PNK Dynamo?
Yeah.
It's an easy win for Spurs.
Oh, Dinamo Zagreb. That's the one. There we go.
Yep, Spurs get through, in my opinion.
Yeah. Spurs.
Spurs versus Arsenal would be ideal, man. I would be so happy. But anyway, it's gonna be like the whole weekend is full of good games. I'm actually excited, man. I have my 3 days off now from work until next Monday, so it's all gonna be football.
Man, you know Man United are going to draw AC Milan.
Oh my God, I think so.
That would be a good game, man.
Yeah. When I saw that would be the two favorites getting drawn against each other.
Yep, you drew AC Milan. Yep.
Did we draw them?
Yep. Man United versus AC Milan. Yep.
That's
What a
Man United
game,
out.
man! Why you don't think you can beat the Indiana? What's wrong with you lately? You've been very pessimistic, man.
I think you can beat AC Milan.
I think
I-
I don't know, we
It's gonna be
we
tough.
can beat them, but when you look at players like Zlatan, it's like
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
you just
Zlatan.
know. Like, can you
And
imagine
Tomori-
Harry Maguire and Lindelof?
Tomori
against
Clinic.
Zlatan?
Tomori Clinic.
It's gonna be a good game, man. That's the
It'll be
only
a
game
good game.
I'm actually will watch in the Europa League because the rest is just.
Tomori's gonna pocket Martial, Rashford, and anything else you throw at him.
I can already see it like
Martial
Oli in
Bombay.
the press conference. It's like Rashi had a good game. Why does he call him Rashi, man? Can you tell him to stop, Indiana?
Because they all call him Rashi.
And Rangers with who are Rangers with? Yeah.
I just knew this was gonna. I knew we'd draw AC Milan.
Yeah.
Aren't you excited though?
Rangers versus
Yeah,
Slav.
I'm excited for the game. I
Yeah,
love Italian football. You know that, Kai. But
I do.
I don't. Nobody really wants to draw AC Milan.
Yeah, but let's be honest, Indiana. Would you rather watch you don't enjoy watching the Europa League, right?
No.
So at least that's like- that's-
I'm
yeah.
looking forward to the game. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. But in terms of actually winning a trophy, it's like it just makes it more difficult right now. I'd rather they played Arsenal, and then I could enjoy Arsenal getting beat and play them later on in the competition.
You know what? I can actually see a Spurs versus AC Milan final, man.
Ugh, not Spurs. They're not gonna
Why
get
not?
nothing.
No, that'd actually be quite interesting.
Nah, well, AC Milan would kill them.
Yeah.
AC
Yeah.
Milan
I
would
wouldn't
kill
get that
Spurs.
far, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm a bit annoyed about that because I want AC Milan to win the Champions League. I mean, to win the Serie A because they deserve it, man. It's kind of unfair, like what happened to them. But I guess that's football, because they've been playing really, really well until like recently they start dropping points. But just the fact that they went from like barely making it to Europa League places to like actually being first in La Liga in the Serie A, that's actually a really good sign, man. Such a likable
they're
fan
doing
base as well.
AC Milan are
Yeah.
doing well.
Yeah.
But the one thing you don't want to see, Kai, is Zlatan versus Eric Dyer. Like that's
Jesus
Look at
Christ.
guys.
not a competition.
Comment. This guy says, "Oh no, Maguire versus Ibrahimovic."
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel you there. I feel you.
I love everybody who knows me knows how much I fucking love Ibrahimovic. Man. The guy is amazing.
You just like players with the itch at the end. That's all it is.
Yeah,
They got itch at the end.
itch at the end. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but why does he have an itch in the end, man? I forgot. Like, what's his other ethnicity? Because I know his dad is Croatian, right, or something like that, or Bosnian.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, but it would be a good game. Man. The guy doesn't really know biology that well because he said I age like lions, even though lions like have a less of a lifespan span than humans. But we allow it because it sounds cool, you know. We allow it.
Do you guys agree with this? And because of the nature of the draws that Spurs seem to be getting, do you guys think that they can somehow maybe sneak their way to like a semi-final because they will keep drawing quite?
I know it's all set up for that. It's all set up for that. Spurs doing absolutely terrible in the Prem, doing well in Europa. Mourinho keeps his job. There'll be excuses for that. And Spurs in turmoil.
Yeah, but if he does wins the Europa League, that's basically his objective met, isn't it? Because that was the main objective anyway, to win a trophy and get to the Champions League, back to Champions League. So
yeah, if you listen, he's got into one cup final, and wins the Europa. That's a great season for Spurs.
Yeah, but you know, Spurs fans they'll still bitch.
They won't agree, but I think
but that Spurs defense is like, if you look at how the defense is now, the players compared to 3 or 4 years ago, they don't take that crap into consideration.
Mm-hmm.
Like, those are not even the same players that Poch had back then. Even Poch struggled with this team. They're acting like, oh, if Poch came back, it just like would be all rosy again. But there's a reason he was, isn't it?
Do you know what it is, right? Spurs are like a small seaside town in England. Yeah. That's what they are. They're everything's like local. Oh, the local shop. That's what they got that whole kind of we're one on our own and we can take on anybody, but then moan about everything going on in the club. Do you know what I mean? Like they're reaching so high, and it's like, no, just take a step back and realize where you are. Like, think about the manager that you've got, the signings you didn't make, and whether he's actually being back. Think about what you've actually got at the club.
Yeah. No,
and they're putting themselves on the Man United, Chelsea, City stand, and they're just not there. They're doing well for where they are.
And you know what's like actually really kind of entertaining about Spurs is the fact, like, if they overachieved with Pochettino for a few years, but before that they were the same thing as this Liverpool, man. They were mostly like around 7th and 6th and doing nothing, you know. And now all of a sudden they have these demands to be in the Champions League every year. But even if you look at
they overachieved. I think they underachieved. They had a great squad. Arguably their defense was the best in the league. But Rich and Kane.
But they changed, man. The defense is different now. And look at as well, every signing that Mourinho made is actually pretty good. Holberg, whatever the fuck, how do you pronounce it?
Hoiberg.
He's a really good player for them. Yeah, he's really good for them. Like, every player that they sign under Mourinho has been good. Like, it haven't been like, they didn't have any bad signings, but they need to work at
Dorothy was not a good signing, Kai.
Who is Dorothy? The one with the lion and the tint man or whatever.
Matt Dock is making walls. That's what Indiana's name for him.
Yeah, they would have been better off with Toto. I'm not even going to lie. Like, he's
what do you guys think of this comment? So Jay says Mourinho has an excellent track record in European competitions. I can see Spurs going very far in the Europa League. If I'm honest, I would not want to face them regardless of how bad Eric Dyer is. Let's also remember that even though he didn't reach the level that he wanted to with United, he still won a Europa League with them. So
he won 3 trophies, Lambs.
Yeah, in that year.
I know you can't count one, but
second as well.
If Poch is having it, I'm having it.
The thing is, about what you have to remember is what he does and what he's a master at, and will always be a master at. No matter how much he may be watching
competitions,
when you're talking about one-off games where it's 2 ties, you need to win. You will go to your home ground and get a 0-0, and then go and win 1-0, like at his ground. So it's like, you have to remember Mourinho is a knockout football specialist when it comes to managing teams, and he will know how to set up his Tottenham team in a way where they can literally just go and get the bare minimum. Do you know what I'm saying? So look, Tottenham, as long as they continue to get easy draws, look at the Carabao Cup. They only faced Chelsea in the 3rd round After that, they faced nonsense teams and they found themselves in the final. It's the same thing with the Europa. You could easily just find yourself in the final. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you could avoid all the big guns.
Yeah, yeah, and they have an easy draw, so yeah, I think
Yeah,
they can do it.
I think United, look, as much as this is the biggest tie, I think United are still overwhelmingly the favourites to win this trophy in
Yeah.
terms of
Yeah,
quality.
because you have a Champions League squad in the Europa League. It's the same with us. When we were there, we just like walked it. We literally won every game. We
Yeah, but
haven't lost a game the
so
whole
do
competition.
Milan, Kai. Come on, Milan have got a great
Yeah,
squad.
but Indiana, Milan is like this year is kind of like you would say like Milan this year is kind of a surprise of how good they are because last
Exactly.
season and the season
You
before.
You started in the champs, and you should have easily qualified. If we're being honest, the reason why you didn't qualify was due to like complacency. Obviously, Oli, maybe some limitations there. But the point is, look at the next best team. The next best team in the competition is AC Milan, who you're facing, and then after that, maybe you could put Roma in there. I don't know, but like it's not like wow, like
We have to beat teams like AC Milan for us to be worthy of winning it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong at all. It's my problem with Manchester United is a player problem. Is the mentality. Like Fred has to be completely switched on. Completely, he has to be 100% in that midfield for us to win games. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. The same with McTominay. We have to make. It's all about decision making at United. It's not about quality. We have quality. I just think we're really unbalanced.
Yeah.
And we have to make the right decisions. And
But where do you think that's from, Indiana? Like, why do you guys have that? What's
that?
Why do you think you guys have that? Is it like you need more players? What do you think need to change in United?
I think the balance is wrong. When you think the squad we have, so players are bought by managers for their system to fit their system. We still have players back to Fergie era. So you're talking a team built up by 5 different managers.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So football's about balance, isn't it? It's about getting the players to play with each other, the players that complement each other. There's a reason why we're playing Scott McTominay and Fred in the centre of midfield, because that's the best balance he can find. That's what we have.
Yeah. And you know what's funny? All you need is a director of football and you'll solve most of those problems, man.
We won't get one, Kai.
So true. Like, I think that's literally like the issue with United. They have somebody in charge who doesn't know anything about football. So they're signing the wrong people that are not.
But that's not the goal.
To get Lewis Campos was like one of the best director of Man United in the world, man. They didn't get in. And they kept Edward, which is insane, man. If you got Lewis Campos, United would be a completely different team by now.
But
at that time.
For me, here's the thing. This is why I think the players and manager at Manchester United deserve more credit than any other team, because the goal at Manchester United is just to make money. Ed Woodward's not just an employee. He's the best in the business commercially. There's no denying that.
Yep.
He is. And he owns shares of the club. He's not going anywhere. Why are they going to change a structure that is meeting and exceeding the owner's goals? That's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I think that's just American owners in general. Liverpool have that same issue, man. Same thing with what's it called? Arsenal, yeah.
Got that issue as well. But Ed Woodward's going nowhere. That's not going to change. Listen, this summer we'll go in for Haaland, and we'll waste the whole window, and we'll get Danny Ings on a free. That's the sort of thing Man United will do. This is Manchester United. This is the brand.
Yeah.
This is not me boasting, but no team should have competition with Manchester United when it comes to signing a player in the Premier League. There should be no competition.
You guys don't like bidding wars, man. That's it.
But what actually holds us back is our club.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is, man.
I said it. Haaland is coming to Chelsea, man. I said it.
He's not. You're getting Sancho. Man.
I said it. We'll see, isn't it? We'll see.
I think you're getting Sancho, if I'm honest.
I would love Sancho as well, man. I wouldn't mind.
Well, Man United have dropped all interest in Sancho.
Why?
Have they?
Because, it's been.
Isn't this gonna get cheaper?
It's been reported by The Athletic. It's coming out of everywhere. I think for 2 reasons. One, Sancho's probably pissed off with United in the way the deal went, because he didn't find out till the last day of the window.
And you spent 40 million on Amad Diallo.
We went and got Diallo. I think Greenwood's also. They look at Greenwood as a fit there. Man United will be looking at a striker. They will be looking at a striker. That's fact. I think
Yep.
City are
Centre
favourites for
back,
Haaland. City are favourites for Haaland. They're looking at putting a deal together that nobody else can really do. In terms of wages as well, it's
I think City will go for Lautaro Martinez, man. If I'm honest.
No, I think they should go for Martinez. I think he's a better fit, but I think
Yeah.
Haaland. Again, this all depends on Sancho leaving, which is going to happen. Dortmund getting Champions League football. If Dortmund get
They're not.
Champions League
Nah,
football,
they're not getting Champions League football, man. No way.
but if they get Champions League football, I don't really see Haaland leaving. Also, when you look at Chelsea probably have to get Champions League football to sign a Haaland.
Yeah.
So, which I think you will. Don't get me wrong. I think you're finishing in the top. Actually, I think you finish above United. I've said that already today. But City, when you look at City, if you're a player, and forget about him being a fan of the club, forget about that.
Yeah.
You look at Manchester City, and you're a striker, and
That-
you're waiting for the next move. And
Yeah.
Manchester City can not only offer you all of that money,
And they offer you
they're
like a
winning
squad that is
titles, they're
insane.
winning
Yeah.
trophies. I can't see how Chelsea.
You know, Indiana. You know what? You remember when you and I said, "Let City have the best squad in the league," and Liverpool fans were like, "Oh no, we have the best squad in the
Yeah.
league." I've always saw that as taking the piss, man, because the quality that City have, even in the fringes, is insane, man. Those are like
Yeah.
they have starting quality players on the bench, and Liverpool because they said they have a better squad than City, which to me is insane. You either like insanely in love in your club that you can't see clearly, if you can even consider the idea that you have a close of a squad to City, man. Because City, even the Liverpool, okay, they won the league once, but City basically like what, three trophies, 3 Premier League titles in the space of 4 or 5 years. That's insane, man.
That
People
is-
can't just shit on Guardiola. man.
Kai, we're doing a fraud watch special on Liverpool tonight, man.
Yeah.
So, it's got to the stage now where it has to be done.
To be done. I mean, how many games is it that they've now lost in a row? I think it's one of the worst. Like, is it 4 or 5? But even so, it's terrible.
Yeah, Velvesh, they do have a better 11 than you. They do have a better 11 than you because their 11 can change. They have, if they take one of the players from the 11 and put somebody from the bench, the team would be just as good, if not better. Liverpool can't afford that. They can't do that. You can't tell me that you have the same quality as City. You're not even fucking close. I think Leicester have a better bench than Liverpool. I would even say that. I would go that far.
Also, with Vel's comment here, I don't actually know whether they do have a better starting 11.
They don't. I said they don't.
Not just a squad. The biggest problem for Liverpool is Klopp. In my opinion, he will.
I think it's the club, man.
No, I think in terms of the players they've got, like we both said, Kai.
He makes them better than they actually are.
The end of last season, he's so stubborn. He's not going to change anything, and you can only play a system for so long before you get found out.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a better manager. I would never say that. What I'm saying is that at least he tries to adapt and change to win games. Like the same with like Tuchel will change his system depending on the game. Not completely, but with Liverpool, it's 100%. It's exactly the same. Nothing changes, and you can only play a certain way for so long before everything falls off. You will get found out in places. Trent's getting found out because the balance was so good at Liverpool, right?
Yeah,
that was the key to it. Trent's getting found out now.
Yeah, but Indiana, Liverpool don't help him, man. Like the signing they made for him, those are mid-table league players, man. And what pisses me
I think
off is
Jota was a great buy.
Yeah, only Jota. Jota, they didn't know that he's gonna be this good though, Indiana. They didn't know. They thought he's gonna be a good like backup. They didn't know he's gonna challenge Firmino, right? If you look at the other players that they signed, right? If you look at them like on paper, a lot of them are mid-table quality. You wouldn't know any of them, right? Like you wouldn't take any of them and say, "Oh, those guys can challenge the players on the pitch," which is what I said in the beginning, and they said, "Oh no, those are great players." Like this guy Kazak or Karzak, whatever, or the left back they signed. I've never heard those fucking players, man.
No, but I think Chelsea have got a way of buying to fit for balance in their system. But listen, I've said it. I don't think Liverpool make top 4, and actually in the next 2 seasons, I can see Klopp leaving. I can see it happening.
I can
Not
see
sacked,
this season,
but
Yeah.
leaving.
Guys,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not really too sure where Jem is, but I'm sure he'll come and join us.
Is he
But
on the terrace?
I'm not really too sure. No. He's because his I can see him like backstage, like because it's like he's left the room, so he's gone somewhere. But anyway, there's like 2 more games left to preview, so I thought
Yeah,
like
let's do it. Let's do it.
Sorry, we've distracted the whole show.
no,
haven't we?
it's okay because it's an
Again,
interesting.
I hate Liverpool fans, so that's why.
And obviously we're discussing the Europa League draw as well. But let's kind of bring it to the next game, which is Sheffield United versus Liverpool. As you can see, we have Liverpool in 6th position on 40 points. As you can see, they've lost their last 4 games in a row, which is not good. And then
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
we have, of course, Sheffield sitting rock bottom in 20th place. Thoughts? Kai, let's start with you.
I think Sheffield might nick a draw or a win, to be honest, like a 1-0, because they're a very difficult team to play against, Sheffield, especially away, especially at home, sorry. They're very good. So, and the way that Liverpool are struggling to score goals nowadays, I could see like a 0-0 or a 1-0 from Sheffield United, you know. But I don't know. I don't know. For me, Liverpool are in danger of not getting Champions League. Like the way they play, 40 points is enough only to get you like to avoid relegation. You know, it's not like a. But we'll see. We'll see. Isn't it? We'll see.
Yeah, that's difficult. Indiana, what are you saying? Sheffield versus Liverpool. Is this where Liverpool can turn it around, or?
Put it this way: at this stage in the season, I'd rather play top of the league than bottom of the league. That's where I'm with it.
Yeah.
but
Especially if
I
they're
can't-
close to relegation as well. Huh?
Yeah, definitely. Like, you don't want to play a team who are struggling for survival. That's the last thing you want to do. But I do see Liverpool winning this game. I do. They still have too much quality up top. I see Salah, and I think it'd be a 2-0.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't. At the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if they lost the game. I wouldn't be surprised if they drew it. But I just think
if
they should be. It should be
if they
2-0.
lost, I see them 8. I see them 8 by the end of the weekend with that game week, man. Because if Everton wins their next 2 games, actually, if Everton just win their next 2 games, they're going to be above them. And then Aston Villa also is like behind them. So if Aston Villa win their games in hand as well, they're going to be above them.
Yep.
So, and they're not that far away from Liverpool, Spurs, who also has a game in hand. So Liverpool can end up at 9th, man. It's scary, man.
Yeah, it's looking a bit peak for Liverpool, actually. Now that you guys have mentioned it, yeah. Everton, Villa, Spurs, all of these teams just below them all have games, and even Villa have 2 more games in hand as well. So, yeah, it's not looking great for Liverpool. Daniel, what are you saying?
I think it's one that I believe Liverpool will win. I think for that reason as well, that's why we have to we need to beat Man United. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be chasing top 4 with Liverpool. You want to try and extend the gap as much as you can. Yeah, but in terms of this game specifically, I think Liverpool win this game. I mean, Liverpool aren't playing well, and a Liverpool fan who I respect his opinion a lot said basically the problem is Klopp is trying to get all the players he trusts on the pitch, even if they're playing in the wrong position. And what that is making them do is play off the cuff football. And I like that term. It is kind of off the cuff. It's kind of like, you lot are good players. Just go out there, play, and try and win. And I think with the way they're playing, that off the cuff style of football can beat Sheffield United. You know what I'm saying? They don't need all their resources to beat Sheffield United with the way they're playing. I know Sheffield United will and can always be a very sticky team to go and play, but I still believe Liverpool will come out on top of this one just due to the firepower. And I don't think Sheffield United will be able to hold them down. So,
Yeah, I mean, all of you guys make really good points. I'm gonna have to agree with Daniel on this one. I feel like this is where Liverpool have to come back. I feel like anything less than a win, and I'm not really too sure what's gonna happen with the club. I cannot see anything less than a win. And God forbid if they lose, I really don't know for them. I actually don't know for them. I don't even think they'll even have a chance of making those Europa League places. Because, like you said, look at all of these teams below them with games in hand and picking up form fast.
Lambs, they're in real trouble. That Liverpool are in real trouble, and nobody wanted to listen. I think it was only me and Kai really who said it before on the terrace. They are in real trouble. If you get to the stage where you're on catch up, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
This is how teams really drop off. I don't
Especially at this stage, Indiana.
I
Like,
don't
yeah.
see Liverpool winning another title for 3-4 years.
At least.
At least.
Bro, I can't see them win another title for another 10 or 20.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I could see that happen. They've got to do great. They've got to do great business over the next few years.
Yeah,
And
but
I don't think Klopp stays. You know, I don't think he stays for that period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look, I think Liverpool will. Who's playing Liverpool United? Sheffield United. Yeah, I think Sheffield
Yeah.
United will. Yeah, I'm back. I am back. Sorry, I had a phone work.
It was tough. It was a tough one, was it, Jem?
Yeah, kind of. It's business, isn't it? Just trying to make money, mate. That's all it is. Trying to make blooming money all the time.
I just call it taking a shit, but whatever you want.
Yeah, we were on Sheffield Liverpool. You were just about
Yeah,
to tell us.
I'll quickly sum up on that one. I think Liverpool. I think Liverpool will. I think Liverpool will win 2-3-0. I think they'll beat Sheffield United away, man. Let's be serious. They've got a good team. Sheffield United are dead in the water anyway. Do I think Liverpool will win a title again in the next 3-4 years? No. I think they're going to do a Leicester now and just decline to like 6th, 7th, maybe 8th. You never know. But yeah, I think they're done, man. They're done at it. I think Everton will be sitting above them if Ancelotti stays. I think Everton will get better. Liverpool don't seem to want to improve that squad. They think VVD coming back in is going to save them. Did you know how serious that injury that he's had? He ain't going to be coming back the same player. I'm telling you.
Jem, this is the thing, right? I heard it being compared to sort of the timescale that Roy Keane came back with. Now, Roy Keane, for one, is another level of human being, let alone footballer. Like the guy's a nutcase, let's be honest. And also, at the time, although Roy Keane was pivotal to Manchester United, they had so many players that could fill his position and take the pressure off of him. It's a very different. Van Dijk is the one player they rely on. So when it comes to not just defending but scoring goals, an ACL that's a serious injury, man. If I was a Liverpool fan, I wouldn't want to see him back this season. Let's put it that way.
They're trying to force him back quickly, aren't they? They're talking about trying to get him in sort of to the end of the season.
That's ridiculous because he could end his career, Jim. That could end his career.
Yeah,
ACL's no joke.
I agree. Have we done? This is the last game. Everton beat Southampton. Big game, actually.
Yeah,
really, when you think about it, Ancelotti's Everton are performing quite well. 24 games, 40 points. I mean, they've won 2, lost 2, drawn 1. Southampton are sitting in 14th. They've lost 4, drawn 1. With us, obviously, 25 games, 30 points. Kai, Everton going to walk Southampton, do you think?
I think, Southampton has been crap since the second half of the season. So for me, Everton are looking good. I mean, they have a one game in hand. They might actually go above Liverpool regardless. So I can't wait for them to actually beat Southampton, see where they are, because I do like Carlo, man. I want nothing but the best for Carlo Ancelotti, man.
Yeah, big up the Italians, man.
Yeah. He's
do you think he'll make Europa League, Carlo?
I think he will make Europa League. I think the way that the what's it looks now, I think I would take Everton and put them above West Ham, where West Ham is, and I would put Chelsea where West Ham is. And for me, that's the top 4. That's the top 6, sorry.
Okay. So Chelsea in 4.
You put them there, Chelsea in 4, West Ham and Everton in 5th and 6th.
Okay. And Liverpool?
Liverpool for me, and they're going to be in 7th. I've said it, they're going to finish 7th this season.
Wow. Okay. Fair enough. I hear that. And what do you think the score will be, Kai? 3, 2, 1? What are you saying?
2-0 Everton.
2-0 Everton is what Kai says. Indiana, what are you saying?
firstly, I want to just go to Valve's comment with the defense. Do you realize how pivotal Van Dijk is for scoring goals, or just as a threat in the box? Takes up 2 players for the opposition when it comes to corners and things like that. It's a big miss. It's a big miss for Liverpool. But yeah, when it comes to this game, I expect Carlo to do the job, man. Danny Ings will score, but 2-1 Everton.
2-1 Everton. Lambs?
Sorry about that. Yeah, Everton are on a roll right now. I just don't really see stopping them. Don Carlo, Southampton, a bit in the mud. Do you know what? I do feel sorry for them. I do feel like they had some unlucky decisions go against them in their last game. But Everton 100% better than them, and I don't see Southampton winning this. I just don't. Obviously, Minamino, I think he was a bit lucky against us. I think we switched off for that goal. Otherwise, there's no reason why we shouldn't have won. I think Southampton will have chances, but in the end, James, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I just can't see anything other than Everton. 2-1 Everton.
2-1 Everton. I'm going to go with Everton win as well. I think they're going to win 3-1. I think that Southampton will score. I think Ancelotti's just got them playing very well. I know he'll go from strength to strength. I think he'll even strengthen the squad in summer as well. I think you'll see Everton come out with a couple more new players.
Very good owner, Everton.
They've got a good owner, yeah, exactly. They've got a good owner. They're probably going to overtake Liverpool. Don't be surprised. I'm going to say it now to Velvish one because he's here as well as a Liverpool fan. Do not be surprised if Everton in the next couple of years take over Liverpool based upon the Merseyside.
They will, Jem. They will, Jem. Great owners. They got a great plan. New stadium coming in. It's going to happen again. Playing catch up like that is a really tough thing to do. Liverpool are at the stage now where it might be that they have to sell a Salah or Mane to buy players in. If that happens, can they go and get a top player to replace them? I question that. They obviously need a striker. They need another centre-back. They need a backup goalkeeper. They need competition for Trent. Midfielders, when Alden wants to leave, getting Thiago into that side means changing the system for me. There's a lot. Fabinho, taking him out of there is massive because he's the guy who recycles the ball for them, and they just keep going. There's a lot has to change at Liverpool. Big problems, massive problems.
Yeah, I agree, and it's going to be peak. But obviously, the big game of the week is the Chelsea United game on Sunday. So please make sure you tune into that. I'm not too sure what we're doing on here, if there'll be a watch along or not. I know there'll be a lot of watch alongs going on about across YouTube.
Wait. You got a Chelsea United channel, and you're not sure whether there's going to be a watch along for it?
Well,
I don't know. I think we should do a special, because this is a Chelsea United one.
No, Ads is doing a watch along. Ads is doing a watch along anyway. I'm sure he'll be doing it from the Man United side anyway. And then I'm sure Lambs and myself, if we're free, will jump in, and Indiana's will come and have their say as well. Yeah, it'll be a big game. Hopefully Chelsea can continue their decent run and close the gap between them and Man United to 3 points. I'm sure Indiana's thinking the opposite, and he's hoping his team can.
Oh no, Jem! If Man United win this game, I think we secure top 4. It's a big game for United.
Well, I've heard a lot of your guys on the football terrace, like the Cams, the Cams, the Alfies, all saying that you're going to blow us away, that you're going to walk the park, that you're going to beat us comfortably, and said it with chest on. So. Yeah, we will see. We'll see what
fully fit squad. If they had a fully fit squad, then they could challenge us. Yes, maybe. But I agree with Indiana. Pogba's a huge loss. Really, really huge loss.
Apparently, Silva's fit as well, which is very good for us.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go.
We've got what all of our players.
Krusty's out the team, which is perfect. No more Krusty in the team. That's what I wanted to see. No, we were doing a debate show potentially on Saturday about Christensen. Carefree Lewis might be joining us. But before that, you've got the lady show tonight. Ads is doing his rating show in a bit as well. There's nearly 40 of you here. We appreciate your support. As always, guys, it's been a great, great, great show. Please smash the like button. If you're new here, please subscribe as well. A lot of content coming over the next couple of days. So yeah,
at GNA TV official, because we're now on Instagram. So once we reach 1K subs on YouTube, we'll be doing a giveaway there. So get to
it's pretty painful trying to get to that 1K. I'm not going to lie. I'm sure Kai can share the same issue as well. It's annoying to get to, isn't it? But we're getting there. We're getting there slowly but surely. And we move on.
Yeah,
to,
it is, man.
Yeah.
I'm still stuck on like 940 for I don't know how many weeks now. People are not being helpful. But I've heard YouTube are not showing it as much as they had before. So like they're budgeting how much they show now. So.
Kai, I'm gonna share your channel on my Instagram with the link and everything.
Yeah.
Like get that final push in it.
Thank you, Lambs. Appreciate it.
Make sure you follow. There's nearly 40 of you here. If you ain't following Kai, go and follow him at No Filter Football KH. We've also got Fraud Watch tonight as well. Indiana is back with the first 11. Make sure you follow him as well. He's doing a load of shows over there as well. So show your support on both channels, please, people. And yeah, people, make sure you follow the Instagram page because we're going to be doing a giveaway over there once we hit the 1,000 as well. So, oh God, here he is. Charles, Tottenham are never going to win. You said quadruple, and now you said treble, and now you're saying they're going to win a double. What planet are you on? Tottenham are not winning crap.
Reality's slowly sinking in to nothing. It's going to be down to nothing.
Yeah, it's going to be. It is, and big up to Charles as well. Always showing his support as well, and showing his support for his team. Winter says by double he means winning 2 games in a row.
But I don't even know whether that's fucking possible.
But yeah, guys, appreciate it as always. You can find me, Lam, Sophia, and ads in the description below. Links are there. Follow the Instagram GNA official page on Instagram as well. And we'll see you again very, very soon, people. Take care. Peace.
It's like it's playtime when it's free time. In the dance, they have to take a glance, we stepping out.